So this is the second part to the tutorial on how to do your nerve tester using laser engraver. So I've got my file here done, and I'm just going to zoom out here. So down at the bottom here, there's the zooms. I'm going to go to, let's go to fit on screen. Okay, so there's my file, and you'll notice here that the paper size is actually 24 by 12, which matches the laser engraver you're going to use. And so what I want to do is I'm going to position this all over on the left-hand side like it is. So when I cut out the plastic, I don't waste plastic. So I'm going to go to File, and I come down to Print. Okay, and on your machine, it may not say laser engraver here. It may say room 40 or / room 40, room 500C, which is this guy right here. Okay, if it says that one, all you do is you find the machine called laser engraver. If it doesn't say laser engraver, it might say VLS 3.50, and you click on it. Okay, and it should come up, and you should see everything in red here. And basically, that's all you got to do, and just hit print. Okay, so now you hit print, and off it goes to the laser engraver software. So to start up the software, there's a little arrow at the bottom here. You click on, and you're going to find that there is a little icon called Universal Laser System Control Panel. You click on it, and there's your file. Okay, if you've done it right, it will be in red. Okay, so outlines will be in red, the stuff you're going to engrave will be in black, and the red outlines means it's going to cut. So you can do all the way up to this stage on your computer just to make sure it's right. But after this stage, you actually have to log out and go to the laser engraver computer itself, which is at the front of the classroom attached to laser engraver. So the next step is to turn on the machine. And as machine's turning on, okay, you'll see down the corner it'll be saying initializing. And it's just setting up and zeroing itself. And I'll show you that in just a minute what you have to do. The next thing is you have to go to settings, okay, and you have to find or set up the machine for um, the right settings to make sure that it'll cut and engrave properly, right? So here there's different materials databases, okay? Sometimes I have an electronics one for acrylic setup, and I've got basically what's called a manual control as well. So here, the color black is engraving. So what we want to do is we want to change that to engrave so it doesn't cut through the plastic. The color red is cutting, and it's going to cut through. Now, where do you find that information? Okay, what settings to use? What I do is I go on my website. So I'm just going to go back to my website, and I'm just going to type in teched.gpvandy.ca, and I'm going to go over to How To, and go down to Laser Engrave. And on here at the bottom, I have a little chart, and the chart tells me about different materials. So you're using acrylic, okay? And the acrylic is 1/8 of an inch thick, so this stuff right here. So it's saying that I want 100% power, I want 3.5% speed, and I want 1,000 PPI, or pulses per inch, okay? Now if I'm going to engrave it as not cut through it, I want, my power 30%, my speed 100%, and then my PPI 30% or 100. Sorry, 1,000. Okay, now these are just rough numbers, so I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to use a bit lower, so I'm going to use maybe 3, okay, instead of 3.5. So just to ensure that I go all the way through. If I was to use 10, it wouldn't cut through. If I was to use 1, it'll cut through, but it's just, it's just going slower. Okay, so the lower the number, the slower it goes, the deeper it goes. So I'll go back to my laser engraver software. Let me just minimize this. Okay, and I'm going to take the black, and I'm going to take the power. I'm going to increase it a bit. I'm going to go 40% power, 100% speed, and this is 1,000 PPI, or pulses per inch, and I'm going to click on Set. Now I did that accidentally, hit the red, so I'm going to go back to the red now, and that is going to be 100% power, so I want it to really put a lot of power to it, but the speed I'm going to go back to 3.0. Matter of fact, I'm going to type in 2.5. It's going to go a little deeper. Okay, and then I'm going to also PPI, I'm going to keep it as 1,000. I'm going to click on Set. So that's the only manual or thing you have to do. Okay, so I'm back to here. I have a green button for Go. Now the last thing is actually something you have to do manually. Okay, and that is to actually set up the height of the laser engraver so the laser is focused. So I grab this little button here, which is the focus view. I click on it, and I'm going to click out here, and I'm going to try and do this quickly because you're going to see the laser engraver is also going to move. And let me pull this up here. I'm doing something off the screen right now. So I'm going to press a spot, and then I'm going to quickly flip a screen, and you can see the laser engraver is moving, and the actual little laser engraver head is actually there. So I can do this, and you can see how I do this. Okay, I'm going to move my camera a tiny bit. And what happens is, I have this little jig, and there's two arrows on the laser engraver. You can see that it's moving. The only thing that I ever touch on the laser engraver are these two up-down arrows. Okay? And now I take the jig, and I put it up against the red. I don't know if you can see this, there's a little tiny notch. See if I can focus in. You can see the little tiny notch right there. Okay? Or a little bit lower, right there, above my finger. Okay, now I'm going to come up, and you can see it going up. Okay? You can see the jig there, or the notch, and then what I'm going to do is go until it just moves away. And you can see it right there. You see the jig move. That's focused. Okay? I'm going to remove the jig, and basically I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to back this up. Okay? And I'm going to close the lid down carefully. I'm going to close my lid on the laser engraver, and I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to press the green for go, and then you'll actually be able to watch. Okay, it's going somewhere else right now. You can't really see what's going on in there. Okay, I'm just going to turn the vents on. Turn the vent on so that you get all the exhaust coming out. Now you can barely see the machine moving back there, so I'm just going to lift up for a second. Just going to pause it. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that, but you can just know that as I'm doing this, okay, that it is actually engraving here. Okay, I'm going to hit resume here. Okay, and you can see it, and you can actually see in the center of the screen there's little sparks happening. Okay, and that's basically it's engraving your the words and stuff on there. Okay, so this will take about 5 minutes. So I'm going to stop the tutorial there, but that is exactly how you do the project.